In this video, I want to give a quick recap. Well, I don't know if it's going to be quick, but I want to give a recap about my first week and my second week here at the CDL apprenticeship with Schneider. So stay tuned and watch till the end. Alright guys, so I'm going to start off from all the way to the back. So obviously Schneider provided the transportation. They do give you an option. They give you the option to fly. They give you the option to rent a car. Or you can also drive your own vehicle. They will reimburse you if you hold on to your receipts. So I decided to fly here. So from the actual airport to the hotel, I had to get my own Uber or Lyft. And so if you actually follow Schneider's rules, they can actually reimburse you for that as well. So you don't really have to worry. It does come out of pocket, but at the end of the day, if you hold on to your receipt, you provide that to them, they will reimburse you for that. So the very first day of class, it's considered orientation. So you have to go through a lot of paperwork. You provide your forms of ID. They also actually provide for you a vest, and they do require you to have slip resistant and oil resistant boots or work shoes. Now if you don't, they actually have a lot of options in regards to sizes. They have 2 or 3 different brands. They can actually sell you one at a discounted price, which is $50. We had to do basically just paperwork. It was all paperwork. We watched videos. There's a specific amount of hours that you have to do on the computer, watch the videos, answer questions, and just kind of keep doing them as you go. Pass as many as you can. It is required for you to complete them before you actually leave on your 3rd week, which is over the road with the training engineer. So you do have to have all those done before the 3rd week. So the second day, we kept watching more videos. And then we actually did go outside. I think the very first thing we did, they basically showed us the tandems on the trailer, which is the 4th and the 5th axle, and they show you how to slide them forward and backwards. It's something very important. I had no idea you can do that, but they do teach you stuff like that. They show you a demo. You don't do it. They just show you a demo a couple times, how to unlock and release the pins and slide the tandems forward or backwards according to what you need. So we did do that. I believe also, they taught us how to install the chains on the tires. So if you're a team driver, if you sign up as a team driver, they're going to show you how to do this, because as a team driver, they're going to expect for you, whether it's raining, snowing, or whatever it is, to basically keep driving. Unless it's an emergency and it's dangerous to do so, then you have the right to stop. But for the team drivers, they do show you how to strap on the chains, how to tie them properly, how to do it according to Schneider. And so yeah, that's one of the things that we were actually doing on the second day. Yeah, and then towards the end of the day, they were showing us how to do alley dock parking. So the instructors, they would come out, a couple of them. They had 2 different sections. They show you how to set up the vehicle, how to pull forward to 11 o'clock, then hard left to 9 o'clock, and so on and so forth. And then they teach you how to reverse and all that good stuff. So that's what happened on the second day. The third day, it was actually the 3rd day when we actually created teams. Tiana, there was Miss Cindy, Tessa, Cody, and Jeremy. So I think there was a total of 5 different instructors, and they basically divided the class into all 5 of the different instructors. So they created teams. And then the 3rd day as well, you actually went out, and that's the day, I believe, when the instructors taught you basically how to go around the block. They taught you how to read the curves, your right turns, your left turns. They taught you how to do a button hook turn, right turn, And yeah, so they teach you, and at the same time you take turns one after the other practicing. um, and yeah, so the instructor, as you're driving, the instructor is telling you what to do: take a right, take a left, you know, keep going straight, then turn, etc., etc. So that is something that happens on your third day, I believe. Now on Thursday, which is the fourth day, you keep doing the same thing over again. Uh, because they were so many in my class, you only get to drive around. I think it was one time per day, and then if you're done, they have you go out with another instructor outside and keep practicing your alley dock parking. So fourth, fifth day is exactly the same. Some people on the fifth day got tested unknowingly. They're actually testing you and they're giving you, scoring your points. So the higher the points, the worse you did. The less points you have on there, the better you did. So, and I believe it's up to 15 points you're still able to pass. 16 already, you're basically not capable of driving. And so they do give you your score at the end. They tell you if you passed or not. And so not everybody got to go out on the fifth day, but when Monday came around of the next week, then we actually, the rest of us that didn't go out on Friday, we went out. And by that time already, though, some of us already kind of knew what was going on. So, we knew that they were trying to test us secretly and not really telling us, that they were going to give us a score and stuff like that. But Friday, Monday, and Tuesday of the second week, those were days that whoever hadn't gone out yet. Those are the days that they used to have the students go out and do the testing. This is not the actual testing for the DMV. It's just a Schneider testing. It's a way for them to weed you out, pretty much, because we actually did have certain students that really didn't cut it, and I'm not sure what they did wrong out there. In my group, we all passed, but I know that there was a total of 4 students that had to get let go, unfortunately, because they were not capable enough, or they got too many points written down in their testing. So yeah, unfortunately, we had to see some of the students get let go. So that kind of sucked, but it is what it is. That's the way Schneider works. So just be aware that they can test you within the first week just to see how potentially good you are to drive, or possibly how terrible you could be out there driving. And so I think one of the things that get people a lot is the fear and the panic, and then they zone out. They can't really focus. They get tunnel vision, and then next thing you know, they're committing errors. If you hit a curb, it's an automatic fail. So maybe a couple of students were hitting the curves. They weren't really following directions. And it's not like they're letting you do things on your own without instruction. At first, the first couple of days, they do teach you how to do it. And really, there's no excuse. So they give you all the material, they give you all the instructions, and they teach you for a couple of days until they actually have you do it without further instruction, just directions. So keep in mind that that's what happens within your first week for some, and then the first couple of days, Monday, Tuesday of the second week for others. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we all had to be inside now. By this time, Schneider's already bringing in another group of students in. So they're starting to go outside with the trainers you had. You only have the trainers you started out with for the first week and 2 days. Then right after that, they hand you over to another instructor, and he does more of the tablet stuff, your workflow, how to read your assignments, your pre-assignments, and all that good stuff. It's very, very, very detailed, and it's a little intense. They do give you a lot of information, but that instructor that we had, he was very thorough. He gave us a lot of information, and then at the end of the day, it's pretty easy to basically grasp everything step by step. And everything you need to do and you need to know to look at your pre-assignments, to activate your pre-assignments, and proceed on your active assignments, and how to check off or mark off every assignment and task as you're going. So that's what happened on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And we kept watching the videos. If you hadn't finished by this time, you're already finishing. It's nothing out of this world. It's nothing that you can't accomplish. It does take a little bit of time and dedication. So if you just keep doing what you got to do, eventually you'll figure it out and you pass them all. And then on Friday, the last day of this week, the instructor was basically letting us know who was going to be able to go out with their training engineers, their TEs, or like I said, a TE is basically a company driver that signed up with Schneider to help them out in the CDL apprenticeship program to instruct their students on the road. So like I mentioned to you in the previous video, only 2 people were assigned out of 20, so 18 of us had to stay behind an additional week. So this can also potentially happen to you guys. Maybe you do sign up with Schneider in the future. Hopefully it doesn't, because it kind of does suck. I had planned already. My graduation was going to be December 3rd, which is basically the first week of December. And I was planning to work the rest of the month and get ready for the holidays and all that good stuff. It's being delayed at least 1 week. But anyway, so those are basically the 2-week expectations with Schneider. Your first week, second week, and then if you do go out with your training engineer on your 3rd week, it's two weeks. So it's 3rd and 4th week of driving. I have yet to do that. And then the 5th week, like I've mentioned before, it's basically the first couple of days still practicing your backups, your parallel parking, all that good stuff. And then the last couple of days, or the last day, you do your actual testing with the DMV there at the actual operating center. But anyways, that's a big overview of the whole entire school with Schneider. And that's, what I had to go through with Schneider in my first 2 weeks. I did hear that it can change, or it was going to change. I think what they are wanting to do is basically, before you go out driving, before they have you go practice driving, they want you to have your pre-trip inspection down 100% within the first couple of days. So it's not confirmed. I heard from an actual instructor that could potentially happen. But again, either way, it should be pretty similar if they do change it in the future, though. Yeah, that's one thing I actually forgot to mention, though. Thursday of the first week, actually, we did practice on the pre-trip inspections. They kind of dumbed it down for us a little bit, and it's not so much that they dumbed it down for you. They simplify the heck out of it, where all you have to worry about is remembering the parts, the components, whether it's on the engine, whether it's the braking components, whether it's the suspension, the coupling system. You just have to worry about remembering their names, and then from there on out, it's either PMS, which is properly mounted and secured, and then if it's a hard metal or plastic, you can say it's not cracked, bent, or broken. If it has liquid or air, you can say and it's not leaking. And so it's pretty simple. Any object you mention, you do have to say PMS, properly mounted and secured, and then it's either CBB, which is cracked, bent, or broken, or if it's an air hose rubber, it's not abrased, bulged, or cut. But anyways, so I'll probably do another video in regards to the pre-trip inspection and the way that they simplified it for me. That way you guys also can start practicing before you guys actually decide to join a CDL apprenticeship program. But anyways, thank you for watching. Please smash that like button and subscribe, and I'll talk to you on the next one.